You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real deal.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. This is Strictly for the Music Podcast. I'm your host, SKN, and that's just a guy live with the red. He got one album released, Gold Lingo, 41 Collections, co-founder of CG Entertainment, newly released songs, Worldwide Apology, and Drop Top. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to DaRunna.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, bro, I got 9 albums on all platforms, though. That's my bad.
Right,
I should have told you about that.
Yeah, it's all good, homie. It's just that I looked at your profile and I just seen one called Goat Lingo. So, we got a lot of ground to cover, big dog. You want to start off by let him know where you grew up and what was it like growing up, big dog?
Yeah, I've been moving back and forth from Atlanta to Baltimore pretty much my whole life. You know what I mean? I've never really been able, I grew up poor, so I didn't really have no stable place, you know what I'm saying? We moved all around Georgia, really. You know what I mean? Not really too much outside of the city areas or like the outskirts of the city. But Baltimore, I was usually on the east side or I was in Harford County, which is pretty crazy out there too anyway, you know what I mean? But
yeah, it's dope, you know.
Yeah, I grew up rapping like in every circle, you know what I'm saying? I'm known in a lot of places, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. That's dope, bro. So, man, let's talk about getting into the music, dog. Like, how did all this start, and what was it like creating your sound, big dog?
Well, I was in a group called YPC, you know what I mean, which is the group that I have now. But the original YPC was made by this dude Fresh that I used to chill with out in Baltimore, you know what I mean. And we started that shit back when we was like 15. You know what I mean? I was signed back then to a label, but I was only ghostwriting, you know what I mean? And I've actually wrote like some songs that actually blew up, you know what I mean? But I was under contract, so I'm not, you know what I mean? I ain't really allowed to claim them and shit. But after that, you know what I mean? We made our own studio and shit, and I wasn't really supposed to be rapping, so I dropped some of the stuff on MySpace, but you know, I didn't really ever get to push nothing like that. But anyway, yeah, we started a group. We was rapping on a broken rock band mic. I don't know if you remember that game, Rock Band or whatever, but yeah, man, we was rapping on one of those mics. We had set it up using a hockey stick to hang from the ceiling and shit. And anyway, man, yeah, I mean, it was fun, man. I had a lot of fun growing up rapping and shit. But I didn't ever really get serious until, you know what I mean, I went down the road and I got locked up for years and years, you know what I'm saying? But when I got out, you know what I mean, I tried to get back into rapping and, you know, I kept getting in trouble. I couldn't really like maintain. Then finally I found BandLab when I got out the last time, and I just had my second son. And I instead of, you know, just diving back into the same shit that I did before I got locked up, you know what I mean, I started rapping to stay out of trouble, you know what I mean. And then I got violated probation, and I went away for like little small amount of time. But when I came out, man, it was like nothing but love and support, you know what I mean. And before I knew it, man, I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger on BandLab, you know what I mean. So I just kind of stuck with it, you know what I mean. And I ended up buying a bunch of equipment and everything, and now you know what I mean, I'm starting to get that industry sound.
Hell yeah, big dog. That's dope, bro. So you were just going through, or how did you discover BandLab, big dog?
Well, my homeboy told me about this one app called Rap Chat. So I checked it out, and it was like, you know, it's kind of lame. But when I was looking for Rap Chat, I seen BandLab. I was like, man, I don't know what this is. So I checked it out, man. And you know, the recording was way different than, you know what I mean, this was only like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. But the recording was way different then, and they didn't have custom presets. I actually talked to Amon and a couple of people because I won the contest. I actually one of the people who talked to them and was like, look, we need custom presets where we can save our own presets that we made. And that's one of the reasons why we actually have custom presets now.
Yeah, bro, that's fucking dope, man. Let's talk about the contest, bro. How did this come upon, man? And what was it? What was it like being in the studio with big producers, big dog?
I'll be honest with you, man. Young Chop and me got into it, man. Like, it was dope, you know what I mean, getting to go and talk to the band lab people and all that. But Young Chop was like 4 hours late, right? And then I asked him for if we could get on a track together, and he told me $30,000 for a feature. I just laughed at him, like, bro, you like maybe a couple years ago when Chief Keef actually cared about you, but at this point, you know what I mean, you ain't nothing. And then, you know what I mean, I said a few more choice words, you know what I'm saying, but he ended up bringing his entourage in, and I had this big 357, big 357 under my shit the whole time, like, just in case they tried anything, I was gonna blow their arm off. But they ended up just being all cat, all talk, you know what I mean? They weren't really about nothing, man. But I did one song, and I was in there with BDC Cambo and what's his name? What's his name, man? I can't remember his name right now, man. But anyway, we did one song or whatever, and I just couldn't vibe with the people I was working with, you know what I mean? Because they were just, I don't know, man. Cambo was just not who I thought he was going to be. You know what I mean? I ended up leaving because I had some money to go make. I ended up just taking off. You know what I mean? And then Young Chop had left right before I left. And I was like, man, this ain't nothing. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here with people I could sit here every day with. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I'm going to get back to the money.
Hell yeah, big dog. So what was your first album that you released, or were you doing albums before or mixtapes, big dog?
Well, I used to do mixtapes back in the day, you know what I mean? But now I'm doing albums. The first album, my first real album was probably Trap Behind Bars, which is like, you know, play off of trap music and the fact that I was locked up for so long. So it was like trapping behind bars. But and plus, you know, verbal bars, like words. Anyway, but that was my boy Lee Bands, man. Me and Lee Bands, me and him was in YMT together before I left YMT. Me and him got real close, you know what I mean? He ended up being like one of my best friends, you know what I mean? And yeah, that was the first. I would say that was my first real album.
Hell yeah, big dog. So you and Lee Band's been fucking with each other on the album and everything. You got a feature with him and shit?
Not on the newer one, man, because he kind of fell back, man. He's had a lot of problems with you know what I mean? He's working and he got his own shit going on, you know what I mean? Plus he lives in Cleveland where it's like it's crazy out there. So every time he turns around, he's losing one of his homeboys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big dog. So let me ask you this, man. So your first album was you said it was what was the name of it?
First album was Trap Behind Bars.
Trap Behind Bars. So yeah, so that's when you got out of jail, right?
Yeah, that was the
after Trapping Behind Bars, man. What was the next album that you dropped?
After Trap Behind Bars, let me think real fast. The next one I dropped was Icy Road. That was like Icy Road was kind of a big deal for me because it was the first time I like went into an album like knowing I was gonna make an album. Like the Trap Behind Bars one was my first one, but I didn't know I was gonna make it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of something that happened. You know what I mean? Icy Road was kind of like, you know, it was a play off my name, Roadrunner, and it was like it was winter when I dropped it.
Hell yeah, big dog. So man, 2019 is when you got out of jail and you made your mark on Battle Rap, right?
Yeah, it was actually December 2018, but yeah, it was pretty much 2019.
Oh yeah, big dog. So besides Icy Road, big dog, what was the next album that you dropped? Was it Ready to Live?
No, that was the one after Federal Thoughts. Federal Thoughts was the one I dropped after Ready to Live. Federal Thoughts was like, really, I should have dropped Federal Thoughts the very first one, because like a lot of them songs are the ones I did before I ever did any of the other ones, you know what I mean? Like, but I was kind of insecure about it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why, because all the songs were fire off of it, but I was just trying to perfect my sound, you know what I mean? And I held on to a lot of them songs for a long time. And then there was Ready to Live. Ready to Live got my son on the front of it. And that's why it's called Ready to Live, like, cause I felt like I had spent like most of my life locked up, you know what I mean? And I was tired of living like that, so I was ready to live, you know?
Hell yeah, big dog. So, man, you got a big catalog, big dog. So, what was the next album that you dropped like the first album you dropped in 2020?
My first 2020 album would be My Time, which is another one that was kind of a big deal for me, you know what I mean? Cause the quality of my music, you could tell, like, if you listen to the quality from Federal Thoughts to, My Time, you can hear like such a huge difference. That's kind of like, Federal Thoughts was like, I thought I was great at making music, you know what I mean? But I didn't realize that my music sounded horrible, you know what I mean? Until like now, when I go back and listen to everything, it's like, man, but you can see the growth. You can see the growth and development from each album. And My Time was like, that was the best quality I was ever going to be able to get off of doing it on an app. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, big dog. So, did you have any collabs on that album?
Yeah, I had my boy Heavy Hitter on it, and AT Hustle. Like, they were really like the only ones I think that were on it, man. Cause Heavy Hitter, man, the very first song, Time Is Up, on My Time, that was off of a Wicked Beats beat, right? And he had started it off, and I jumped on it, and I just loved the song so much. And plus, it was like Time Is Up, and the album I was working on was My Time, and I was like, man, heavy. Let me put this on my album. You know what I mean? Cause he started the song and everything. You know what I mean? And it just kind of came out to be our song. You know what I mean? And fucking, I loved it so much. Put it on the album, and then the one with AT Hustle, that one was I didn't know who I was gonna put on that song, and then me and AT Hustle was kind of getting close at that time. You know what I mean? I was like, man, look, I'm gonna put you on the album, bro. Like, I got a song for you, and he killed it. You know what I mean? It was a great song. That song is really fire. And then the next album I put out, which really was a double album part of My Time. You know what I mean? I put it out like a day after. You know what I mean? That's called Fire, like fire. And that was pretty good too, man. I didn't have very many people on it except for maybe like Stoner Jesse. But the whole album, and Tsunami, which I had D-Stag on. D-Stag, that's another one of my homies, you know what I mean?
So what was it like collabing with Stoner Jesse and D-Stag, big dog?
It was dope, you know what I mean? I've done a lot of collabs with, I've done a lot of them with D-Stag, you know what I mean? He's a good buddy of mine. We was in Wicked Minds together, you know what I mean? Before I left Wicked Minds. And I didn't leave for no bad reason or nothing. It was just because I was part of Y&T. I couldn't stay in other bands very long, you know what I mean? But D-Stag and Stoner Jesse both very good friends of mine. Stoner Jesse, she's like a sister to me, you know what I mean? I got her back no matter what.
That's dope, big dog. So man, we got a big catalog we gotta cover. So the next album after Fire would be let me guess, Music on World Off?
No, it was All Gas after that one.
All Gas, all right.
Yeah.
So man, how many tracks were on there? 3?
On All Gas was 18.
Okay, all right. So man, what song on All Gas means the most to you, big dog?
Man, that's a good question. Honestly, the one that means the most to me would probably be Money Motive. Either Money Motive or Pinso Specific. Because Money Motive was on it was a heavy hit, not heavy hit, it was a Hennessy beat. And Hennessy's my dog, you know what I mean? But I had a couple of his beats on, you know, here and there, and I usually use his beats as singles, you know what I mean? Because his beats are so different, you know what I mean? They don't really all the time fit in with all the other beats I used to use, you know what I mean? But now it's a little bit different. Like I kind of changed my style and my flow to change to fit more to different beats. You know what I'm saying? Because there for a while I was only doing like punching in on like the baby type beats and stuff like that. But I got tired of doing that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that I'd have to say that probably that Money Motives or that Pencil Specific, because that Pencil Specific I sat down and wrote that song. You know what I mean? That song was like I re-recorded it probably 100 times.
Hell yeah, big dog. So, man, next album we're gonna head to was that Music on World Off?
No, that one was a recent one I just put out. Music on World Off. That was like probably like 3 months ago I dropped that one. The one after the All Gas was YMT Invasion, which was
oh, okay.
Yeah, YMT Invasion was a good album. You know what I mean? It's one of my favorite albums. You know what I mean? Because it has a lot of songs that are like more deep. You know what I mean? Like My Brothers, which has me and Lee Benz and Puncho Deezy. Like me and Puncho just recently fell out, but I tell you honest, like he used to be like my mentor. You know what I mean? I used to look up to him, and he was very wise dude. You know what I mean? But there was still a lot of stuff that you know what I mean that had happened that had changed him a little bit. You know what I mean? He just became kind of self-centered. I don't know exactly what happened, but he became all about himself. You know what I mean? And before YMT was like, it was all about the team. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, big dog. That's dope, bro. Man, so YMT Invasion, man, that was released when?
It's probably, oh man, it's probably been like 6-7 months. It was part of this year. It was 2020.
Hell yeah, big dog. So was this before the pandemic, dog?
Yeah, it was way before the pandemic.
Oh yeah, big dog. So there's a feature that you did with Bloodstain.
Bloodstain, yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah. What was it like making this song, and what was the creative process like? Can you give us a little bit detail?
Yeah, I can. We were my cousin, man. He's kind of eccentric. You know what I mean? He's a little crazy. That's my boy though. You know what I mean? Like me and him, I actually went to jail. One time I went to jail over him one time, man, because my peoples was tripping about him being at the house and everything, and I wasn't about to let it go down like that, man. Got no big argument, but him and I, man, we've had our differences. Like we're too much alike. Sometimes we'll cuss each other out or almost get into a fight. You know what I mean? Which he's not no punk. You know what I mean? But he also don't want to get in no fist fight with me. You know what I mean? But I love him to death, man. He's crazy as hell, boy. But he actually had recently changed his name to Young Finesse or Finesse something, Finesse God or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But he don't really rap too much. But when he does, man, he's creative, man. He's different. You know what I mean? But he's like, I got to turn the lights off and let him like just go in on the mic. You know what I mean? It's the only way I can get him to really record. And he don't write. He just freestyles all the way through, which like I said, he's good. He's fire. You know what I mean? But he's a little crazy.
That's dope, big dog. So could we expect a album collab with your cousin, big dog?
Maybe, man. Maybe if I can get him to sit still long enough. You know what I mean? He don't like sitting still very often, man. He's wild, man. He loves to run the streets. He's still young. He's a little bit younger. You know what I mean? But it's cool though. It's cool. I love him to death. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, big dog. So what would be the next album you drop after YMT Invasion?
Your Money or Your Life, which was which is also like it's a fire album. It's a very fire album. You know what I mean? The songs are way different though too. You know what I mean? Like all the songs are like I got TJ the Banger on one of those songs, and I got Punch on a couple of them. But as far as like my single songs, it's just me, man. They're like all of them are different. Like Specialty is like short but sweet and punching hard. Murder She Wrote was another one where it was like it was different for me. I was adding the melody in. You know what I mean? I was doing more melody type stuff, and yeah, pretty much. I love that album. You know what I mean? I could sit there and listen to that album over and over again.
Hell yeah, big dog. So, man, your money, your life. Man, another one that I see right now is Take Flight.
Take Flight, yeah, that's the most recent one. That's the one I did with Frostbite, where it's me and Frostbite on every song.
Okay, all right. So does the process become before Take Flight?
Process was somewhere in between YMT Invasion, I think, and Your Money or Your Life. That was the EP. That was the one EP I did. I only did one EP where it was just like a couple songs. It was like 5 songs, I think. And that was me and Broke Bugatti. That was back in the day, man. When I first got on BandLab, me and Broke Bugatti, that was my first BandLab friend. You know what I mean? Like, he was my best friend for a while. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude, man. He's somebody. He's different. You know what I mean? Him and I can't. It's hard for us to get along sometimes. You know what I mean? Because we just see things differently, and he has mood swings or whatever sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool though. Like, I recently just dissed him. You know what I mean? Not too long ago. That was on the next album after Your Money or Your Life. It was What Ops. And it really wasn't a diss. It was kind of like a tell all about our friendship. You know what I mean? Like how everything, why, because people really wanted us to work together again. You know, I don't know if you know Rusty Wilkins is.
Nah,
Well,
big
he's got
dog.
like 50,000 followers on BandLab. He's like one of the most different artists on there. But anyway, I started working with him, and Bro Bugatti started working with him around the same time or whatever. And he actually set it up to where, like, this is when me and Bro Bugatti were still beefing. He actually set it up to where we'd be on a song and we didn't know that each other was on the song. And after we got done, like 2 days later, he dropped it, and Bro Bugatti come on singing right before my verse, and I was like, what the hell? So I go to ask Rusty about it, and before I could even say anything, he was like, look, man, y'all are friends, y'all gotta let this go, blah, 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 blah. So, like, me and Bro Bugatti had talked, and it just kind of didn't work out, you know what I mean? Like, we did the little EP together in one night. We did, like, every song for it in one night, and I'm talking about this EP is hard. I mean, hard. It's some of my best verses ever on that EP.
Hell yeah, big dog. So man, it seems like you had a lot of beef, big dog. What do you think is like really over, big
Let me be
dog?
honest with you, man. I'm a very short tempered person. Like, not, how do I say this? I am, but I'm not. I expect things to be a certain way a lot of the times. And BandLab it's a big platform. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people. There's so many different personalities on there, and I'm like the kind of person who, if I have your back, I'll have your back forever. You know what I mean? Like, I will, as long as you never do me dirty, I will have your back forever. But a couple of these people that have, like, I had a lot of beef, man. But like most of my friends, the ones that I'm really close with now, like a lot of them, at some point I dissed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's just because, like, if music is how I release my everything. You know what I'm saying? Music is how I release my anger. Music is like, I do everything with music. So if I get mad at somebody, I'll put it into a song. You know what I mean? And people hate it, but they also, some of them enjoy it. Like, I don't know if you know Ty Runza or not. I kind of helped Ty Runza, in a point where, like, he really, like, he don't like arguing with people, that type of shit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, he ain't afraid to argue with people. But I told him the last time we were beefing, I was like, look, I was like, this is how beefing works. I diss you, you diss me. If you know what I mean, I diss you, you diss me until somebody wins, until somebody quits. You know what I mean? And he really, you know what I mean, he came with it, you know what I mean? But I think it kind of helped him overcome, like, some things, you know what I mean? Because now he ain't scared to diss nobody. He'll jump right into a diss, and he'll put, you know what I mean? He'll put him in his place. He's got a couple of disses that are hard songs. You know what I mean? He's got one where he's dissing Puncho called Fruit Punch, and he killed Puncho on that one. I'm not even going front.
Hell yeah,
he
dog.
even talked about
All
me
right,
a lot.
man. All right, big dog. So your latest album, man. I know you have one on BandLab called Goat Lingo. Was that the one that you released during or before you released your last
Go
album?
Lingo was it was before, it was the time, it was the album before last to the last. Like, it was What Ops then Goat Lingo, which to me Goat Lingo is not really Goat Lingo is more of a mixtape. You know what I mean? It was for BandLab only. You know what I mean? It was like I love that. I love all the songs on there, but I wouldn't have put them songs on all platforms. That's one of them is on all platforms, but yeah, Go Lingo was just like mainly was just because I love BandLab. BandLab is my first platform. Is where everything started for me. So I felt like I should give them their own album.
That's dope, big dog. So, man, let me ask you this, big dog. Since you got a big catalog, man, and I think you probably have one of the largest catalogs on BandLab. I'm not very sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But with that being said, homie, um, can we expect any music videos, or do you have any music videos that are on YouTube that the audience can come and go check out and go
I
stream for
have
you, big dog?
I've got like 3 music videos. One of them I'm in the middle of fixing. I mean, working on. 2 of them is just like short and sweet, but they're with they're not like real. They're on green screens. You know what I mean? Like the first one I did was
Yeah.
was what was the song called? Oh, Don't. It was called Don't Try. And it's a hard one. You know what I mean? It's when I first started learning the green screen. The second one was it's off of the Your Money or Your Life. It's the Going In, which is another song that I'm really proud of because it's just really hard, you know what I mean? But I want to shoot. See, me and Frostbite Freezy on that Take Flight, man, we put a lot of time and effort in that album. So I really want to shoot a couple music videos from that one. You know what I mean? And I have ideas for them. And the time before the music video for that, the Music on World Off. The reason why I'm so proud of those 2 albums is because those are the only albums that I have that actually did all studio. Like I didn't do none of them on the phone. I didn't, you know what I mean? They're all studio quality, all top grade album. Tracks. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, big dog. That's dope. So, can we expect any upcoming videos besides Take Flight? Like, is there any other like song that means the most to you that you want to put out?
I got a couple of them. You know what I mean? But some of them aren't all the way finished. But I do have. I don't know if you remember, but when we were on that last podcast, I told you about how I was doing how I wanted to do the EP parking lot popping or something like that. I haven't perfected the name yet, but I wanted it to be 6 tracks, and I wanted it to be like me, Frostbite, King Boy. I wanted DD Savage and NY on it. You know what I mean? And I wanted to shoot this big. I wanted to have like a real parking lot party where it's like, dunks bouncing around, you know what I'm saying, on hydraulics and you know what I mean? I wanted to shoot the whole music video as all 6 tracks, you know what I mean, and have it just one crazy event. But it's getting to be a little to the point where I don't know if it's going to happen because I can't get the people that I want on it, and it won't work without the exact people I want, you know what I mean?
That's dope, big dog. Man, that's a great idea to do. Now I never thought about that, but man, that's pretty bad. That's pretty dope that you bring that up. So, let me ask you this, man. Since you have a whole catalog, big dog, have you ever done any live performances?
Yeah. I used to back when I remember I told you I was signed or whatever to the label. I used to go on all kinds of like concerts with them, and I would be like part of the backup and everything. But I have like in a couple clubs, you know what I mean, did a couple club events or whatever where it was just me. But I wouldn't even say they were like real concert type things. They were just kind of like in the moment. You know what I mean? Like there was the mic was free and I had my chance, so I did little performances, and I mean they were always cool. They always turned out good. You know what I mean? Like people love good music. You know what I mean? And I know I make good music. You know what I mean? But you don't really know how good your music is until you see people's reaction. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dog. So let me ask you this, man. Since we're in this pandemic and shit, dog, is there like a possibility where you'd be interested in doing like a live performance on Instagram Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, any live
Man,
streaming
you really
platform?
just kind of gave me an idea. I would kind of be interested in that. I would be interested in that. You really just kind of gave me a whole. You got the wheels turning, man. I think I'm gonna have to try that out, man. Because it wouldn't be nothing for me to go to Shreveport, Louisiana, and scoop up Frostbite. Maybe we could do something like that. You know what I mean? Because I see the only thing about Instagram that I don't like and Facebook is the way that they change the quality of the songs. You know what I mean? Like if you put a track up there, it kind of makes them sound like, I don't know, like there's a like a scratchy sound in there. But if there was a way,
Yeah,
to maybe get a real camera and a real microphone, you know what I mean, that can pick up the sound good, that would actually be dope. I'm gonna have to look into that.
yeah, man. Hell yeah, big dog. So let me ask you this, man. We already talked about collabs, but is there any future collabs that you are planning to get with that we might not expect?
Yeah, there's quite a few, man. I actually somebody still owes me a collab. He's kind of a, I don't know if you know who damn it, man, I'm drawing a blank now. He does the live reviews on Facebook. He's like real big on there, man. Fool, it's something fool, man. I can't. It's gonna drive me insane now, man. I don't know. I paid him for a feature, man, and he had some. I paid him for a feature, and he had something happen where somebody like shot at him or something, and we ended up not being able to do the feature right then and there. You know what I mean? But he's actually in Atlanta right now, so he still owes me a feature. So I'm gonna be hitting him up soon. But he's kind of like his platform is bigger than mine. You know what I mean? Like I might have a lot of followers on BandLab, but he has a lot of followers on Instagram and Facebook. But there are a couple more that I'm trying to get right now that I know people wouldn't expect on the lab. You know what I mean? Like I sent him an invite today. I don't know if he's gonna accept it. I don't know because we were beefing for a minute. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know who Fat Jigga is. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I heard of him.
trying to kind of like, I want to get him on a song so we can, you know what I mean, just kind of know that everything's over between me and him, like with the beef or whatever. I was only really beefing with him because of Puncho and me and King Boy. See, me and King Boy was like kind of beefing at one point, and Puncho and King Boy, I mean not King Boy, Puncho and Jigga were friends, and then they started beefing, and it was like YMT against Street Stars, and it was just weird. You know what I mean? And then behind the scenes, the whole time, me and King Boy were kind of talking. You know what I mean? Like I loved his music, so I was like, man, you know what? I sent him some presets or whatever, and was like, here, man, like take these. You know what I mean? And I started talking to him more and more, and then we just became like homies. You know what I mean? Like start talking on the phone like every other day. You know what I mean? So when it came out that I was trying to squash the beef with him, that's kind of anyway. The reason why I fell out with YMT was because me and King Boy was cool or whatever, and it came out that I was pretty much trying to squash everything between Puncho and Jigga or whatever, and the fact that he couldn't even hear me out on the whole fact of the matter, you know what I'm saying? It really just got under my skin, and that's on everything, and it just kind of all of it made sense that I just really didn't need to be in YMT anymore, or be around Puncho, because he's just kind of, him and I just do things differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So, besides that, dog, what are your favorite collabs so far that you've done?
My favorite collabs, probably with all the ones with Frostbite and King Boy. I mean, to be honest with you, because the reason why I like working with Frostbite so much is because him and I are so much alike. You know what I mean? Like, come to find out, man, him and I, him and I may be related. You know what I mean? We are like even our dads and our uncles look a lot alike. It's weird, but and the reason why I like working with King Boy so much is because King Boy has a different flow. Like I have a different flow. Like we can bob and weave on a track together. You know what I mean? See, Frostbite, man, nobody's messing with Frostbite because Frostbite is just he's a lyrical, like he's different than anybody else, and he's lyrical as hell. And then King Boy, the way he like catches the beat, bobs and weaves in and out the beat like I do, man, it's crazy. You know what I mean? What I'm really looking forward to is all three of us taking the time to work on a track.
Oh yeah, but that's gonna be dope. So let me ask you this, man: if you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Today, this fucking with Biggie lyrically, but Tupac had that power. You know what I'm saying? He just like his words were powerful. Everything he said was so real and so like, you know what I mean? I consider myself to be a lot like Pac rapping, but it would just, to me, that would be a like blessing to be able to be on a track with him.
Oh yeah, but that's dope, bro. So how are you different from other artists?
Honestly, I think what makes me different from other rappers, like specifically, is I don't just listen to rap. You know what I mean? I listen to all genres pretty much. I can find something I like in just about every genre. You know what I mean? And not just that. Like when I look at a song, I'm trying to be different, but I'm not at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like I try to make things that I know that people are gonna listen to, but I also look how I can do it the most different way. And a lot of the times I don't write nothing. You know what I mean? I punch in a lot. I just punch in and freestyle a lot of things, or I'll freestyle a whole verse, and if I like it, I'll keep it. You know what I mean? Which is weirdly how I've gotten some of my favorite songs. Like some of my favorite songs I ever did was just me freestyling all the way through, and it just came out perfect.
Hell yeah, big dog. So let me ask you this, man: have you ever freestyle battled?
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into rapping. I actually was in a little battle league for a little while. We used to go from Philly to Baltimore battling, and I'm pretty good at it. You know what I mean? I'm actually really good. That's why I'm so good at dissing people, is because battling was where I got my start.
Hell yeah, big dog. So who is your music targeted towards?
A lot of the times it's just for the streets. You know what I mean? It's for where I came from where I grew up, and from who I know and what I've been doing my whole life. Like, and then sometimes it's just out of pure anger or pure love. You know what I mean? Like I love music and I love making music, and sometimes I want to let the people know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But and then sometimes, you know what I mean, I'll do songs that are just straight up for the radio. Like, for some reason, I always get these ideas of like, if I make this one song, you know what I mean, it's gonna be the one. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the one that makes me blow up. And it's not that they ain't that good or whatever, because I know that they're that good. It's just, it's all about marketing. It's all about pushing your music the right way. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, my next couple projects, like big projects that I'm gonna start, I'm gonna put real money behind, because, like, you know what I mean? I know how to make how to make a vast amount of money very quickly. You know what I mean? And this next go around, like, not just my next album, because I don't want it to be about just me. I'm trying to find like a way to make a collective where it's like at least 4 or 5 people in one big project, and I want to push it as hard as I can. You know what I mean? So I'm keeping my eyes and my ears open. You know what I mean? Looking for the right ones, but I'm kind of picky when it comes to it. You know what I mean? It's like the most picky I've ever been about who I want to work with on this certain kind of music. But I have tracks that are, you know what I mean? I have tracks that are kind of I'm just kind of holding on to, waiting for those right people.
Well, man, I just got on a curveball, man. It looks like I might be falling into Street Stars, man. For real, with Jigga and King Boy, man, because I know we talked about me and YMT falling out and everything, and I've been messing with King Boy a lot, and I just spoke to Jigga today, and I talked to King Boy again. I think it looks like I'm probably gonna be making a move over into Street Stars.
That's dope, big dog. Hell yeah, man. So, man, let me ask you this, man. So, how did this all come upon, big dog?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. One of the reasons why me and Puncho had a falling out was because me and King Boy was like tight, you know what I'm saying? And Puncho really couldn't just see past all of the drama and beef or whatever, blah blah blah. They squads, it really don't matter. Cause all that's irrelevant. Cause me and King Boy, man, we've been working. You know what I mean? Like we got a lot of tracks that we are, a lot of bangers that we're really just holding on to right now, waiting for the other features to finish and you know what I mean, waiting for the right times to drop them or whatever. But I spoke to Jigga today, man, and I got him on a track too, which is another amazing song. Jigga is actually an amazing artist. He's got wordplay and his delivery is crazy. You know what I mean, before when we was beefing or whatever, man, I really didn't pay too much attention because, you know, I let the hate blind me or whatever. But at this point, man, I realized with the good mixing and mastering, you know what I mean? Like you know how I mix and master, man.
Yeah.
With a good mixing and mastering, man, like his whole team really is solid, bro. Like, I mean, nobody's on that drama all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Jigga's had his little things where he's beef with whoever, whatever, but he's let all that go. You know what I'm saying? And I just really feel like this is a team I could grow with. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, if we're all on the same page, you know what I mean? Because I don't know how most people look at this music shit, man, but this is life to me, man. It's everything. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, big dog. So man, Street Stars, is that Fat Jigga's camp right there?
Yeah, that's his camp.
Hell yeah, man. All right, big dog. So let me ask you this, man. Is there like a project that you guys are gonna put together for this for the before 2020 ends, or you're gonna lead it to 2021?
Honestly, I can't tell you, man. It's all in the air right now, man. Like me and Jigga, we've connected. You know what I mean? We've talked. We really talk like men. You know what I'm saying? And then me and King Boy talk every day type shit. You know what I mean? Like man, my boy got locked up. You know what I'm saying? He just literally got out on Thursday. Yesterday. And shit had me. When I found out, man, it really had me hurt. You know what I mean? I was like, man, because you know I was just telling you in the last interview, like that's my dog, man. That's my homie. You know what I mean? That's the bro, man. When I found out he got locked up, it almost made me not want to do music.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, but then when he got out, man, and I feel like it's like he's got a drive. You know what I'm saying? He's still. It's not just because he's young, but it's because he's got a lot of shit to say. You know what I'm saying? He's seen a lot of shit that motherfuckers be rapping about, but they don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And it's not my like to speak on, but I'm just saying, King Boy is a solid, real dude. Jigga, like he's real solid. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole team he has really around him, they're really solid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like DD Savage, NY, 4Gang, you know what I mean? Who else is in there, man? There's a lot of people that I really fuck with their music. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of their music. And I don't know, man. If we can all come together, like I know if me and Jigga and King Boy pull our resources, money wise, I mean, and actually invest into something, I know there ain't no way we can fail.
Most definitely, big dog. So let me ask you this, man. So this curveball, man, do you have any upcoming projects you got coming out with either or Fat Jigga or King Boy?
Yeah, I shouldn't talk too much about one of them, but actually, man, look, man, King Boy got this track right now where he sparked it off. Beat is crazy. King Boy come in like perfect. I come in like perfect, and we got another artist coming in. Like he's still working on his verse or whatever. But I'm telling you, man, this song, it's one of those songs that are like, it's fire, it's gangsters, got everything, it's got that everything to it, you know what I'm saying? It's all facts. It's like almost a story / like hardcore song. And it really could be on the radio. It really could be on, man, look, I don't know if you can hear me good, but you want to hear a little sneak peek of what I'm talking about?
Yeah, go ahead, dog.
All right, bro, I got you, man. Look, I got a couple of them, man. I got a couple of them that we've been working on, man. I wouldn't usually do this, but I love your show and everything, man. So
hey, man, appreciate you, man. Man, thank you for coming back on and finishing this up, man. And I know it's gonna be a long-awaited interview. People are gonna be surprised, but man, you got to keep the audience on their toes, big dog.
Big facts, bro. And I think me going industry stars at all is probably gonna catch a lot of people off guard. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, that's what this music shit's about, man. It's about people coming together, finding common ground on where, I mean, usually motherfuckers wouldn't even met in normal life, but
right,
the music brings us together, man. That's what it's all about, man. But here we go,
yeah.
bro. I got one for you. Let me turn my mic off so it don't start making noise. You hear that beat?
Yeah.
I know I'm open even though I do not smoke. I got some streets and that niggas say cheese. I'ma give them something to remember. Smile for the flash of the fist. I get it by any means. I'm the same man selling bitches green. As you sleep walking off my inspiration like Dr. King. I'm in that mouth too clean. The ring, 6 rings up on my team. We scheme, but at your team, the kings know what I mean. I've been hustling since a motherfucking baby. 16, start cripping crazy. 18, my bitches pay me. Turn out hard to all lady. Make a premium in Mercedes. Make the game, man. Yeah, these niggas at your daily. I'm too lifted. That mean I'm talented and gifted. And my daddy from New Orleans got that food on bitch on weekend. Came up fed up with them bitches. I was jumping double fences. Now I'm walking on balloons. Sipping after revision. Resurrection like a villain. Got 2 bitches at the tenant. Counting up that bread like a dead. My intuition tell me not to trust a motherfucker. We are thugging till the cows come home. But I know blessings don't last that long. When I was 7, the first time I asked the Reverend, what the fuck is a heaven? When I was 11, that's the first time my uncle gave me to 11. I've been thugging since a youngin', I ain't fucking, I'm just trying to get the message. Even as a kid in church, never understood confessions. I said you better be the same when you get arrested. Anybody get the snitch, then they gotta get corrected. Broken jaw when you caught a law, beat you actually checking. Didn't think I was gonna make it past 25, cause I never thought twice. I was on a thug life, screaming ride or die. Don't believe without supply, yeah, I got that lie. Years went by, the rest came quick. Now I be an OG, slinging keys to the bricks. If they gon' keep the distance, cause I'm already on my position. Plus they know my decision, I'm blasting on the opposition. See them as they pitiful, I put them as I critical. And I don't give a fuck, cause we be giants and you minuscule. Me, I talk that literal, I'm never talking typical. I'd rather be me than look like a hypocritical. One more little sneak peek track.
Alright.
Alright, man. My bad about that, man. I was trying to get to the
Oh yeah, big dog, appreciate you giving us a sneak peek at what you got going on, man.
Yeah, man, I'm really itching to show everything I got, to be honest with you, but I gotta be patient because it ain't finished yet, but I gotta show y'all something, man. Gotta give y'all a little something. Here you go. Alright, man, I'm gonna show you this one. This is the one I was just telling you about. That I was talking about the bars or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna recognize the beat. These rappers think there's something different cause they rap fast. I promise on the track with me and Reggie won't last. Watching you get cast out by a fucking outcast. An anime of keeping it 3,000 like a mind drain. Should've been humble, you right, you ain't much of a class. I don't consider this a beef, I said I'm taking you to class. Didn't say that you was lame and I never said you was trash. I'm just saying you the same and your plan is about to crash. Lyrically, typically, physically, you cannot get to me. Really, it's riveting the way he's mentally visiting. A lyrical mystery, the way I'm making them history. His brain stuck in them chains cause he live in mental captivity. Really, it's fine if you was thinking you divine. But son, if you call out my brother, I'm whipping you behind. Trying to help you move forward. But now you stuck on rewind. You really falling behind. Cause you are not my kind. Just calling out my brother means you going out of your mind. And the real goat will never choke or block somebody's shine. And the fact is, right now you are acting like you an exes. I mean, an ugly bitch. You're not even a dime.
Hell yeah, dog. That's fucking dope, homie.
Yeah, bro. You want to hear one more, man? I'm sorry, my bad, brother.
Yeah, man.
Man, I love showing people this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause I be working hard on these tracks, bro. Alright.
Hell yeah, man.
Alright, man. I got some I got one, right? It's a YPC anthem, man. You gonna like this. You definitely
Always.
Yeah. Speak on reality checks and shit. Telling you what's up, runner. I just be trying to tell the truth. Always speaking, yeah. Always get my green. Always on my paper chain. Always get my green. Always on my paper chain. Always get my green. Always on my paper chain. Always
always get my green. Always on my paper chase. Always. I speak on reality. That be my mentality. Got a lot of hate, but not a single one gon' challenge me. Won't say my name, be cowardly. Don't want no fatality. Verse 9, chapter 3, turn your book to Ecclesiastes. Now that you have took the time to put that knowledge in your mind, now take the time and ask me. Cause under heaven there's a time for everything. And I'm ready to fight for everything. I think it's right despite the way I feel tomorrow. This the way I'm feeling tonight. I'm dedicated like a wedding ring. So as far as it go, you already know I am never settling. I know that you feel me. I know that I'm guilty of pushing violence and drug peddling. And just cause I be preaching don't mean I ain't got no weaponry. Always.
Alright, man, that's all I can show you, man. There's more.
All right, big dog, man. That's dope, bro. Hell yeah, man.
You see what I'm
Appreciate
saying
that,
now,
big
right?
dog.
You see what I'm saying now, right, bro? Look,
Yeah, man.
look, bro, and that's just one of many, dog. We got many. I got one with Jigga, man. It's so hard, bro. Bro. See what I'm trying to do is take that old school G-Funk / Houston feel, mix it up into one thing, and then put my little splash of shit on it, and then King Boy puts his thing on it, and bro, I'm telling you, it is no stopping it, bro. This is about to be new wave, bro. And really, I don't want to give up my beats or nothing, because I don't want nobody going snatching up my beats. But I got a couple producers, man, that I've been like really kind of just I've been trying to holler at them like on Instagram and all that or whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, these boys, man. One of them's going a little bit more commercial, which ain't bad because I can work with what he's got. But I really love that chop and screw. I've always been obsessed since Mike Jones and Paul Wall, Slim Thug and UGK. You know what I mean? Them chop and screw Houston beats, man. You know what I'm saying? You a fan of
big dog.
You a fan of the rap like I am. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope, big dog, man. I just want to tell you, man, congratulations, man, on what you're doing, big dog, because, man, your music's fire, man. Everyone's loving it, dog, and I think that you and Fat Jigga and King Boy, man, you guys are gonna make a classic, big dog.
Hey, look, I'll tell you this right now. Everybody that I really work with on the lab or I talk to or whatever, man, if I ever go, and I mean I ever go, I'm taking everybody out. Everybody I fuck with me, bro. I mean, for real. Because it's so much talent on the lab that just gets overlooked. Like I can name off 100. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many people that are talented, bro. Everybody has their own thing, their own lane, their own little styles. It's really, I really wish BandLab got more notoriety than it does. And hopefully it will one day. Hopefully it will be the next Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever. But man, I'm telling you, and people like you and people like King Dabs and you know what I mean, y'all are really keeping it alive and pioneering this shit too, man. Cause
hell yeah,
you were the first one to do this interview, to take this interview shit to where you taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this podcast shit ain't nothing new, but the way you're doing it and how you're doing it, bro, I gotta say, man, it's all love, all respect, G. I look at you like you really are OG in the game, because you're taking something like BandLab, and you're taking it, you're making it into something real by like putting it out there for the rest of the world, just like the ones like me putting my music out on all platforms, or a lot of these artists that are pushing and pushing and pushing, that's really what's going to get us noticed. All of us as a whole,
exactly,
a community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, and that's what it's all about, man. It's all about the artists, man, and the art that they craft up and they perform, man, and that's what this platform is for. It's for the upcoming artists that trying to get their voice heard and trying to get their music to a different audience, and just steadily trying to push, man.
Yeah, I hear the love in your voice for this shit, bro. That's what I mean right there, bro. Like when I hear you get into it like that, and I hear you put your emotion into it like that, bro, it gives me that much more belief. You know what I mean? Because, bro, it's not a lot of people. Like, let me put it this way: I've seen a lot of people come and go off this BandLab shit, man. It'd be somebody come in strong, man, coming in hard, coming in spitting, and then they'll just fall off and disappear, and nobody remember them or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see. For me, that's not possible. For you, that's not possible. For a lot of us that really love the music. See, some people like music. Some people want to, dibble and dabble, man. But we really live this shit, man. This shit's in our blood, bro. We hear the beat and we can't help but goddamn bob our head and move.
Hell yeah, big dog. That's amazing, big dog, that you even say that, bro. So man, big salute to you, big dog.
Appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah, man. So let me go to the next question, big dog.
All right, bro.
What is your favorite quote or favorite bar you ever spit in a verse?
Ooh. Man, look, I got a couple of them actually, man. But I got this one, man. It's like it's a song that I've been working on for like 3 or 4 years, man. It's like it's never finished type song. You know what I mean? It's like it's from the heart type shit, man. And in that song, I have so many quotes, man. But one of them is like it's really I can't really remember it off top, man, because like I said, I've been working on this thing for like 4 years off and on, man, and I keep having to go back to it and change things. But there's just one part where I talk about like being like like finding myself in the music is like being an angel coming out of, you know what I mean, becoming the angel. You know what I'm saying? Like first,
Yeah.
I was once falling and now I'm flying. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, big dog.
Yeah, man. And it's just this whole, because the way I look at this music shit, man, it's like art is really godly. Like it's really godly. Like even in the Bible, even says it. The word will be passed on through music, through art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I have a lot of them quotes. Like I just did a new song, right, where I'm like, I haven't even dropped this one yet, but I said, turn your page to chapter. I said, turn your page to verse 3. Chapter 3, verse 9. Ecclesiastes. It's a time for everything under the heavens. I quote that one in this new song that I just did. It's a YPC anthem for my little band that I have on, my little solid band I have on the side. You know what I mean? And I put a little work into it, man. But it's hard for me to push it because, man, it's like YPC is really like, it's really for the love of the music. I mean, there's no set genre. There's no set anything. We do whatever we want. We do however we move however we feel. Just like Renaissance hitters, kind of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, big dog. So let me ask you this, man. What are the biggest struggles growing up, big dog?
Man, I had a rough upbringing, man. See, my pops wasn't really around very much. When I seen him, you know what I mean, maybe like a month or two out of the year. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up in a home. You know, I stepfather, I had little siblings and all that. But my stepfather was kind of like, he was a mean old abusive dude. You know what I mean? Which kind of made me who I am today. Like I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not scared to talk about it. You know what I mean? None of that shit. I mean, he was crazy, and it made me into a monster for a long time, bro. Like I did a lot of crazy shit when I was younger, just out of pure anger. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I got older, and I learned how to harness all that energy and put it in the right shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, man, it's really something that you got to kind of, like if you ever knew what I was talking about when it comes to like abuse, like growing up in a broken home, abusive as fuck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't let it beat you. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta overcome every obstacle. So I mean, really, the hardest thing I'd have to say, really, the hardest struggle I had, really was overcoming my own anger, because I had so much anger for other people, and I was letting them control my emotions. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing in life, bro. Like if you let somebody else control your emotions and the way you look at things, man, then they win. You know what I'm saying? The evil wins.
Exactly.
But yeah, I've gotten over it now. Like every now and then, man, it'll come back. You know what I mean? It'll come back a little strong. You know what I mean? But I just gotta correct myself, and I gotta, you know what I mean? admit my errors and move on.
Hell yeah, man. So, man, let me ask you this, man. How old were you when you decided you wanted to do music?
Man, I'll be honest with you. The first time I ever heard, we talked about it before actually on the Lit Squad. We was talking about that Trick Daddy and all that. The first time,
Oh yeah.
the first time I ever heard "Baby," cause I'm a thug all day, every day, baby, cause I'm a thug. Like it was something about that whole album. Really, that whole album just it did something to me. And then when Eminem came out, like with the Marshall Mathers LP, see, I was too young to know about the Slim Shady LP because you know what I mean. That was back in the day. You know what I mean. But when he came out with the Marshall Mathers LP, I started doing more research and I found Infinite. I'm infinite. You heard of hell? Well, I was sent from it. I'm into it for murder instruments. Man, yeah, bro. Eminem, man, his original shit was like real conscious slash. Like he was still talking about his anger and everything, but he wasn't as crazy about it. Then Slim Shady LPs where he kind of found his craziness, and then Marshall Mathers LPs where he kind of learned how to release himself. But I tell you right now, the Eminem show, the Red album,
yeah,
man, that album right there. If there was any album that I can tell you right now, it talks about my life. Like the most I can ever connect with is that album right there, bro. That whole album. I love that fucking album, man. Man, that it saved my life, homeboy. No joke.
Hell yeah. All right, big dog. Let me ask you this, man. What are your music guilty pleasures, big dog?
Auto-tune, really, man. I mean,
Auto-tune?
yeah, I'm so ashamed to use it, man, but I love it so much. It's like because I grew up during the era of bars and like substance rap. You know what I mean? Like you had to have your bars had to mean something. You know what I mean? Or it had to be subliminal, or it had to be like broke down. You know what I mean? So like the whole auto tune thing and the melodic part. You know, back when we were growing up, back when I in the '90s and everything, people looked at that like it was for like females and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you want that soft shit. You know what I mean? Like, and plus I grew up north a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like up there, it's a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Because I mean, when you're that close to New York, man, everybody's on that New York shit. Back then they were Timbs and you know what I'm saying, Glocks and fucking 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But then, man, I think Drake really changed all that shit. You know what I mean? Drake kind of changed the whole game when he came out as a rapper and a singer. You know what I mean? That shit was unheard of before Drake, man.
Right.
I mean, Bone Thugs and Harmony harmonized like a motherfucker, but that was like almost that Nate Dogg slash like, you know what I mean? There wasn't nothing wrong with that. That's just gangster. But Drake came out doing all that touchy feely shit like, you're the best. He really changed the game. I really got to give Drake a lot of respect, man, because there was when he came out with that what was that album where it was just all soft and shit, man? It was, damn, what was that album? I can't remember, man, but I really kind of started hating on him a little bit, man, back then. But I seen what he was doing. I see now what he was doing. You know what I mean, he really paved the way for a lot of people in the game.
Hell yeah, big dog.
But yeah,
so man, what does DaRunna do outside of music, man?
Man, I'll be honest with you, I got a little bit of a gambling problem. I like gambling a lot, man. I like gambling, like, you know, slot machines and shit like that. Also, like, I really, what I try to staying in control of, man, is running the streets. That's why I'm running, and that's why I'm road running. You know what I mean? Because I have a obsession with running, going and going and getting and getting and going and going and getting and getting. I got an obsession with money, really. Fucking, I can make money fast and I can make a lot, man. But it's just I can't do a lot of things I used to do because I've been in so much trouble. Like if I'm even seen in certain places, man, like it immediately opens an investigation. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I really try to stay at home because you know I got kids. I got 3 kids, man. I got 3 boys. So I really try to stay grounded, try to stay home. But man, when I get to having fun, man, I get to having fun just like anybody else.
Right.
But I also collect I collect old money, foreign money. I collect I'm a big collector. Like I got a bunch of Apple computers. Like I don't know if you ever remember them G5 Tower Macs. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just got a couple. I got a couple of those. I got one not too long ago, and then I got a buddy at this computer shop, man. When I started getting into the studio equipment, I also started getting into Linux and a lot of like that hacking stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm not really
Right.
that great at it, but I actually just got a Raspberry 3, little Raspberry computer that's like especially for uh hacking, like what do they call it, ethical hacking, but not
Yeah.
everything is ethical. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I really just kind of do it for fun. Sometimes if I'm really, I ain't gonna say that part, but yeah, I got yeah, I got a lot of hobbies, man. A lot of different little things that I do, man. To be honest with you, I don't get very much sleep, man. I'm not a big sleeper. I'm really a go until I can't no more, and then I pass out and wake up in a daze and do it again.
Right. That's dope, man. So let me ask you this, big dog. What are your goals for 2020 leading to 2021?
100,000.
$100,000?
$100,000. I know it might
Oh
sound
yeah, man.
unrealistic, man, but there was a point during this year where it was gonna be possible, and I haven't given up on it yet. I only got like barely 2 months left, but you know what I mean. I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean. There's been a little couple hiccups. You know what I mean. I've had to dip into my funds, but the reason why I say 100, right, is I told you I got 3 kids, man. I got a girl, man. She's been riding with me like through everything, man. Hold me down every time I got locked up. She's been there. You know what I mean? I really want to buy her a house, and also with buying a house, you know what I mean, comes the ability to build my studio I really need it. Like, don't get me wrong, I got everything a man could want when it comes to studio equipment. You know what I mean? Like, but when you have a soundproof room and a setup where you don't have to worry about moving stuff and worrying about somebody taking your shit or whatever, you know what I mean? Because right now where I'm at, it's like 12 people living in this house. I mean, it's a nice house. Don't get me wrong, it's a big house. First time I ever lived in this suburbs was in this house, but it's a lot of people that come and go out this house, and a lot of people that know me, like from my older days, that I just don't trust. So I never am really comfortable. You know what I mean? 100,000 would give me the ability to pay my music, like get my music the advertising it deserves, take care of the people I need to take care of around me, and then take care of the people that I feel like it's not my responsibility to take care of other artists or whatever. But
Yeah.
when I connect with people through the music, man, I feel like if we do a song together and I feel a connection, bro, like you are officially family. And if you feel different, you better let me know quick because I'll get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? I'll call you every day and shit. Like I don't have very many friends, but the ones that I do have, bro, are lifelong friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I fall out with a lot of people, but with all them falling outs, I have my real ones too. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy in prison, he calls me every single day, and we talk for at least 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how I fit it in. I don't know how he'll sit here and like we'll talk in between takes while I'm recording. You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't write nothing or nothing. I just punch in freestyle or I just go in. You know, and he'll sit here with me and just he's been down the road for almost 8 years. But he's at the very end of his stay, man. He's about to get out, man. So I got him. I talked to Frosty a lot. I talked to Hennessy a lot. You know, I was Hennessy be coming and going. You know what I mean? Sometimes I know he's got a lot going on in his head in his life. You know what I mean? And then shit, a couple other people I got, man. My cousin, man, he comes and goes. Me and him kind of like I told you about him last time. Blessing. we just did a song together, and then right afterwards we fucking start beefing again because he just don't want to listen. Yeah, he fucked over a bunch of people, man. That's my boy. Don't get me wrong, but he's a menace to society, man. He just fucked over a bunch of people that they're not the kind of people you want to mess around with. You know what I mean? And he tried to like, he was all paranoid the other night. Tried to say some shit like, "Oh, what they do? Pay you to?" You know what I mean? Like what? Bro, yeah, bro. I'm in the middle of the street. He's talking about dumping a clip on these people like in the gas station and shit. Now, the only reason I can talk about this shit is because I know he ain't about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be different if I knew he was going to do some shit. I would never speak on it. But the fact is, man, is he's like a blowfish. You know what I'm saying? He gets scared and he puffs up real big. He's not my cousin, really. He's my girl's cousin. See, my family is thorough as fuck. I'm talking about my real cousin will literally. There's things that he would do that I can't even say. You feel what I'm saying? And my other, like all my everybody that I ride with, you know, the fakes weed themselves out, man. You know what I mean? Right. And I ain't even gotta do nothing. They end up exposing themselves and embarrassing themselves eventually. But this dude, man, I got a soft spot in my heart for him. You know what I mean? I literally went to jail for this man. Like I had him staying over here at one point, and it turned into a big fight. I'm asleep in my room. My mom busts in. My mom's crazy as hell, and she hits me right. And all I did was like pick her up and hold her back from hitting me. I go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Simple battery, which is it gets thrown out. It's gonna get thrown out anyway because she knows what she did. I know what happened. I'm asleep when she come into my room like punching me and shit. It ain't no big thing, but fucking my cousin, and then also I let my cousin and his dogs live in my damn truck at one point. I had this little truck, bro, and we was all struggling at this point, man. This is before I moved back into the suburbs. I was over in the ghetto and shit. Me and my kid. I just had my kid born, my girl, and I was stacking bread, and I had 2 vehicles at this point. So I let him stay in the truck. Man, this man gonna let the dogs destroy my shit, man. I'm talking about destroy my shit, bro. I literally had to scrap the truck because I couldn't even bear the smell of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I looked out for this man so many times. He just disrespected, bro. It's crazy as fuck. Anyway, I think I needed to get that out anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, big dog. All right, man. Let me ask you this, man. What is the best advice you've been given?
Oh man, best advice I'd say I've been given. It's really kind of like, how do you market yourself? How do you image yourself? You know what I mean? It's not really like never give up is a great one. You know what I mean? And all this other stuff, but the ones that are really the people's opinions or people's advice or whatever that really is going to get you where you need to go are the people that have that open mind. And I've been told by some couple people about marketing and building your image on social media and all these other things. And I really didn't realize how important it was until here lately. I don't know if you be on Instagram like that, but there's that boy, Red 4 times, Fly Soldier, and there's Woe Vicky, and all these artists that like. I mean, let's be honest, man. Some of these people don't even need to be on the track at all. You feel what I'm saying? But the fact that they have that image, they know what they're doing when it comes to the market. They're really outsmarting everybody. Because if you think about it, I know that. Like I watched the boy Fly Soldier, right? I see that the boy has a brain. You feel what I'm saying? And I see that he's smart. You feel me? But it's the fact that he's outsmarting everybody else watching. They think he's dumb, so he's acting ignorant to get the ignorant people to watch. And in turn, bro, he's blowing up on Spotify, and it amazes me. You know what I mean? It amazes me because like I hear his music next to somebody like King Boy or somebody like Frostbite Freezy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? It's like what? But at the same time, the man's genius because he's taking that step. So the best advice I've ever been given or ever have gotten or can come up with, marketing yourself correctly, because there's a way to do it where you don't want to be just an Instagram thug or whatever, but you can do it correctly to where the people know who you are. They see where your life is. They see that you're a normal person. You know what I'm saying? They feel a connection with you, and then you can also have that side of you where you stay humble and you be real and you just keep it real and boom. And you know what I mean? I'm still trying to find a way to perfect myself. So I ain't gonna talk like I know exactly how to do it, but I'm gonna say like, bro, marketing, self-marketing, and don't be scared to make people listen.
That's dope. Hell yeah, man. So let me ask you this. With that advice that you've been given, would you give that same advice to the next upcoming artist?
But first thing I would say is before you do that, get your mixing and mastering correct. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. If you want anybody to take you serious ever, you have to take yourself serious. Like I hear a lot of artists on BandLab that are they're fire, bro. But the fact is that they don't take enough time to perfect their sound, their craft, and they release things that shouldn't have been released as fast as they should have.
Yeah.
Like, and another thing is never forget that you can ask others for advice, man. Like, I've been on BandLab for I don't know, almost 2 years now. I maybe have had 6 people ever ask me for help mixing and mastering. Think about that, bro. I got 12 something K followers, right? And I've had 6 people that have approached me about mixing and mastering. Now, I've even said like, "I'll help you. Hit me up." People, and I understand people, especially rappers. We're selfish with our shit. You know what I mean? We don't want nobody touching it, doing nothing to it, whatever. But man, I hear so many artists that are flying under the radar because just their sound isn't just tweaked just perfectly. Like my boy Dabs, dog. I don't know if you know this or not, but me and Dabs, we've been cool for a minute, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, can't nobody keep up with that man on a track freestyling, and like when it comes to bars and shit, I might be able to keep up with him in like some things, but when it comes to just going and going and going and just he might have a little like breathing in the track or whatever. But when it comes to bars and AT Hustle, him and AT Hustle both, these are people that are untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like these are untouchable people. Like I know you know who Heavy Hitter is. Heavy Hitter is a fucking oh my god, dude, and his mixes be straight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, bro, like if these artists had the things that I know it's not possible for everybody to get perfect software and all this other shit, man, but it's really not. People think it's more expensive than it is, man. I could get you a studio set up for probably like $80. You know what I mean? That's a beginner setup. But if these artists did that, a lot of these artists did that, man. I'm talking about they'd be goated, godly goated.
Right, man. Yeah, and it comes back to like every artist wants to make it big, but none of them want to invest in themselves. You know, they want to take that extra step.
Yeah, I think it's fear or maybe doubt. Somewhere along the line, somebody put into their head that it was a pipe dream. You know what I mean? And they believed it. Like you never, don't ever let nobody tell you what you can and can't do, man.
Yeah, never shit on no one's dreams, big dog.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. And a real goat would never try to block another person's shine to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like I see a lot of these people claiming they goats and claiming they this and they that, but they spend a lot of time talking about how bad other people are. Like, bro, what? A real goat is not focusing on none of that shit, man. Like, you see somebody trying. Like, my biggest thing is, bro, is I want to help everybody become their best selves. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I might get into a lot of arguments with people and shit like that, but that's only because usually 9 times out of 10 it's because somebody else. You know what I mean? It's because I got somebody else's back and they're into it, and I'm just loyal as fuck, and I'm not about to let that shit go down like that. But if I meet somebody and I see the potential in them, I can't tell you. I've had like 3 or 4 like proteges on BandLab, man. Flip, uh, uh, Phoenix. Who else? A couple other ones, man. But Flip and Phoenix really the main ones. 407 Phoenix and yeah, Flip changed his name again. Now it's like the Dom Flip or something like that. Both of them boys right there have a major talent. Like they don't even realize they have, just because of the fact that they both started so young, and they both don't give up. They put their all into it when they do it. You know what I mean? They're both hard headed as fuck. Neither one of them want to listen to everything I say, but and Zion, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, Zion might be the one person that I felt like he was my protege, but he's gonna surpass me. And why I say that is because he don't just do rap. He does punk rock. He does like poppy like crazy from the heart type music. Like I've mixed some like punk rock tracks for him that were like I'd say every bit as good as 3 Days Grace or Blink 182 was back in the day. You know what I mean? Like kid is young, dude, but he's got a whole he's got like an open wide variety of music. Like he knows who Queen is. He knows who I mean, he knows who all these artists are that like kind of made me as a growing up. You know what I mean? Because I didn't just listen to rap, I listened to everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, hip hop was always my dream, but man, Kid Rock and Uncle Cracker, these are two people that were like straight rappers on their first couple of albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's dope, bro. Hell yeah. So you planning to explore into other genres?
I dibble and dabble in like pop sounds. I got a couple family members that want me to check out like doing like you know, kind of like soul, like rock soul type shit. Cause I can do a little rock shit if I wanted to, like the voices or whatever, man. But it's just not my lane, man. I have fun with music a lot of the times. A lot of times I'll do something and not release it. But you very seldomly see me do anything besides rap. You might see me do a little melodic pop shit, like I got a song called Pretend. It's like real. It's all pop. I can't even sit here and say this rap. Yeah, I mean, it's like, when you're with me, you don't have to pretend. I got your back to the very end. I said I'd be there, but that's what I meant. It's a good song. It's a good song, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's dope, big dog. So let's get to the nitty gritty, big dog. Give us a little bit of the backstory of Worldwide Apology.
Oh yeah, I like that. All right, man. Worldwide Apology is kind of like all right. When I joined YMT, man, I had a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. I never had very many enemies on BandLab ever. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Until I joined YMT.
Yeah.
When I joined YMT, all of a sudden, people that I was cool with start like dissing me and talking shit about me, and like I couldn't understand why at first. You know what I mean? So I'm retaliating with every little bit of anger I got. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm sure you know. There's not very many people who's come close to me when it comes to dissing. And I'm not trying to be cocky or none of that. It's just when it comes to dissing, man, I thrive in it. I like really thrive in it. You know what I mean? Because I know how to break down people. Well, after a while, man, I started noticing like all these people that are coming at me and dissing me for no reason and saying my name in tracks. They're not really coming after me. The reason they're coming after me is because Puncho is starting some shit with somebody, and they know that if they come for Puncho, I'm gonna come for them. So in the long run, I'm starting to see like I'm losing friendships with artists that I vibe with on tracks. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I still don't like Street Heat because of like because of the way he handled everything. I really just can't vibe with him, you know what I mean? But before all this, I don't know if you remember this, but Street Heat had a whole 100-something songs he did with collabing with everybody on BandLab. He didn't ever
Yeah.
have no real beef. He didn't ever get no shit. Then all of a sudden he gets in a beef with Puncho. And I don't know if it drove him crazy. I don't know if it was that or if it was just, you know what I mean? And next thing I know, he's dissing everybody and beefing with everybody. Like, maybe he just got the taste for blood and thought he should be doing it. But he really kind of destroyed his whole image, his whole everything. You know what I mean? Like, and I kept trying to tell him, like, bro, what are you doing, bro? What are you, like, why you keep doing this? Yeah, I never said nothing about the man, never disrespected the man, never nothing. And then he come out talking shit about me, like, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Dropping songs about me. So I dropped that little diss I did, and that shit went trending. And yeah, and went trending for like 2 weeks. And fucking, and it really just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of set the tone for him and I's relationship after that, man. And then he'll come around, he'll be like, man, it ain't you, man, it's Puncho. And then I'll be like, man, ignore that shit, bro. Ignore all the dumb shit, man. Just focus on your music. Fucking next day, he's got them. They're posting pictures of each other and doing dumb shit again, man, like childish shit. But anyway, I started noticing with Puncho, man, it's everybody. Then I start seeing posts like a random post that somebody had made, and Puncho will be under there talking shit. So it came down to the point where I'm like, I got Hippie in my band, YPC. All right, me and Hippie been friends since before YMT was ever even a thought in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So Puncho comes talking about comes in my band, because you know he was an admin. He comes in my band talking about man, Runner, you got a lot of ops around you. I'm like, what? First of all, like, I've been for the past 2-3 weeks looking at this man like he's really starting to show his true colors, because he's starting to become real full of himself, and the phony is really starting to show. Like, bro's never been a gangster in his life. You know what I'm saying? Bro rides skateboards back and forth to work, bro. Bro's got a job waiting tables, which ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But don't be out here talking about you're toting this and shooting that and flipping this and doing that. Bro, you ain't doing none of that. And I know, because I met you in life. Like, I've hung out with you on a couple occasions. You know what I mean? He knows me. He's seen me with the work. He's seen me with the you mean, like, he knows what I got. He knows what I do. He's seen sticks. He's seen all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't see my shit and then think that you're doing something. You're doing what I'm doing. Like, I at first I let it all happen, because, you know what I mean, he's supposed to be the homie. He's supposed to be, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the one who brought me into YMC, blah 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 blah. Really, he didn't have nothing to do with me getting better. It was Lee Bands and Rel. Lee Bands and Luger Rel. I'm gonna tell you right now, Rel was the first person I ever seen doing the punch in shit. You know what I'm saying? Lee Bands had his own way of doing it. Rel had his way of doing it. I perfected my way of doing it from Rel and Lee Bands both. Puncher had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Puncher was nowhere near, and he tries to take credit for like making me good or great or whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? So anyway, when we come into my band talking about, it's a lot of ops around me and trying to talk about Hippie and at the same time I'm like trying to bring the whole King Boy situation to light, like, because me and King Boy was friends the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really the whole time, but part of that time, man. Like, I'm hitting him up. I'm giving him precepts. I'm like, bro, look, yo, like, stay out the dumb shit, man. Ignore all that shit, man, because you're better than this. You know what I mean? Like, his music has substance. I loved his music. I'm not going to sit there and deny the man's music. I'm not going to sit there and deny the man's talent. I'm not that kind of person. So fucking finally came down to the point where I'm like, all right, you know what, man? You got a problem with my band? I got you. I'm going to help you out. I kicked him out. So now I make a post. I made a post saying, Puncho beef is Puncho beef. Don't drag me into that shit. Just because you see Puncho talking shit does not mean I'm going to diss for him. I'm not riding with him like that. You know what I'm saying? If he can't take 2 minutes to realize he's disrespecting my whole team by coming to Hippie like that, and Hippie don't even know that this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even tell Hippie about it. Like, real shit. Like, I wasn't gonna tell nobody about it, because it was whatever. But I'm not going to let this man disrespect my peoples like that, and none of that shit. So I put him out. Made a little post, whatever. They tried to come at me like, oh, you doing a lot of shit for attention. I was like, all right, well, let me show you this. How's this for attention? I made a post saying, fuck Puncho DZ snake bitch ass. Right? And that's when everything that's when everything started to come out to light, man. He kept talking shit. And I had happened to think back to when we were in Track Atlanta together, when he was snitching on Do So. And I never said nothing about it because it was like, I just started getting real tight with Lee Bands and Rel, and I didn't want that to fuck up, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of, it's like something I just kind of dusted under the rug, you know what I mean? Left it there, you know what I mean? And then I happened to think about it when me and Lee and Rel are all in the chat. And I didn't know how Lee was going to react, but I knew how Rel was going to react because that's my dog. That motherfucker's real. He's real as they come, bro. He's doing, me and him doing the same shit, you know what I mean? We be on the phone doing the same shit at the same time, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, man. This man wants to keep talking shit, talking about I'm fake and I'm this and I'm that. Let me show y'all something. So I go back to the little chat. I went all the way back to that conversation, man. I took photos of him and BDC Cambo teaming up together to go rat on Do So, which I got photo evidence of. I'm not saying this to get no clout or no shit like that, man. I really don't care about this shit, to be honest with you. But I fucking put the shit in the chat so everybody could see it. Just my people could see it, right? I didn't ever post it. Somebody else did. I know how it got there. I know. You mean I kind of helped it get there. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, fucking when Rel seen it, Rel just immediately was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like we did a song called Snitches together, and while we're doing the song Snitches together, you're snitching. Like they don't. What the fuck? So yeah.
Right.
So worldwide apology, man. After I left YMT completely, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even leave then. I was in YMT YMW still because all my tracks were in there. Like a lot of my songs are in that band. You feel what I'm saying? But Lee Bands comes to me, he's like, man, can you please just go? Because Puncho will not stop. Puncho won't stop. I'm not about to put Lee in this situation, bro, because that's my brother. You know what I mean? No matter what he thinks or what he says or what he does at this point, bro, I don't give a fuck because that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I leave, and I ain't gonna lie, it was hard. It was a hard thing to do leaving that band, bro. I almost broke down. Well, while I'm laying in the bed, like trying to get myself past it, something snapped at me. I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm putting in a song. So first I did G Rippin', which is a hard track. If you haven't heard it, man, it's hard as fuck. It's like, I'm gripping the grain, I'm flipping the cane, fuck what they talking, I'm getting it, man. Well, I did that one, and then we're all talking, me, TJ, and Rel and Lee and all that, and they're telling me not to take it to the lab. They're telling me not to make it public. They're telling me not to say this, not to say. I'm like, man, fuck that. So I did worldwide apology, man. And Rel wasn't telling me not to do this or do that. And it was really more TJ and Lee, which I know why TJ's doing it, because TJ's thinking from a marketing standpoint, which TJ is a brilliant motherfucking person, dog. He's a genius, really. Like, people don't know, but TJ the Banger is literally one of the smartest people I've ever spoke to. Me and this man have spent hours and hours on the phone talking about dreams and reality and fucking just we both have the same vision, you know? Well, I did worldwide apology, and really it was me coming out apologizing to all the people that I ever like people like DaRunna and people like Bebe, people like, you know, all these people, like, that's why I say I do apologize for every single time. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was thinking. I was out my mind. Like, because I really felt that way, man. I done came at so many people, and really, man, I know how it feels to be dissed by somebody that you might want to work with, you might fuck with, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit kind of slick hurts. You know what I mean? Especially when it catches you off guard. And when I started to realize that I'm doing all this shit for a fucking snake, rat, punk bitch that's not ever been real, not ever going to be real about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even after everything, the man's still sitting there talking about, I'm YMT, I did this by myself. Like, bro, YMT wouldn't have been shit without Rel, Lee, and myself. and TJ and Zion. And I mean, like, we all came together, and YMT Manny. I mean, we all came together and we created something that you can't create by yourself. You know what I'm saying? This was a magical time for my music and everybody else in that band. Puncho too. Puncho's some of the greatest Puncho tracks he's ever. His best tracks in all platforms are YMT Manny's tracks. YMT Manny is a certified, verified goddamn goat, homeboy. I'm telling you right now. I just helped that man get his Pro Tools and all that shit the other day. He's about to level his sound up. Like, this man, like, these are people I look at their music and I respect the fuck out of them because they take the time on their craft and not just going to drop a song. Like, I hate to put the man business out there, but he even told me, like, man, like, I'll have a song I'm working on and then somebody will just jump on it and they'll just drop it. It won't even be finished and it won't even let me bring the hook back in, or they'll bring the hook back in and it won't be right. I'm like, man, I know how you feel, bro. It's like there's no real communication. It's really just everybody. It's Puncho world on YMT now. You know what I mean? At one point, man, we was all a team. We was all brothers. And Puncho was like, well, Puncho could have just stayed humble and stayed cool, man. Everything would have been gravy. But him talking about, I got ops around me and shit because of people I've known, but for longer than I've known him. Like, bro, Hippie don't fucking beef with nobody. I've never seen Hippie beef with nobody, bro. He even stayed neutral through the whole Music for Souls when me and Music for Souls started beefing. Like, me and Broke Bugatti started beefing. You know what I mean? Dude, he's one of the most solid people I know because he ain't stunting none of the dumb shit. Anyway, man, yeah, Worldwide Apology was really more like, expression of everything that I could fit into that little short track because it's gonna be impossible for me to put it all in the track. You'll hear it stretched out here and there. Like, I got a song with Rel called Dripaholic where I go into it more, and then I got a song with DaRunna. Me and DaRunna just did a track called Bang where, like, me and him and I both kind of spoke on some shit that we didn't really speak on too much, but we like were expressing ourselves about how we felt about everything. And I mean, man, look, I'm talking to DaRunna, man. I've been dissing this man, coming at this man. Really, he really came at me first the last time. I came at him when he came at KK. You know what I mean? And he'll even tell you, like, I went in on him. You know what I'm saying? But I should have never went in on him because at the end of the day, DaRunna is a solid dude, man. I even got to talk to him, right? I mean, we're texting this shit right before his new baby girl was born and shit. You know what I mean? So I feel a real connection with these people, and the fact that I've been sitting here like clowning people, making them feel bad about this or trying to make them feel bad about that. Even just the fact that I'm dissing these normal people who don't give a fuck about none of that shit. All this shit that Puncho is just stirred up, man. It really kind of weighs heavy on my chest. You know what I mean? Like, I really know a lot of them forgive me already and all this other shit, man. But there's a lot of shit that just don't go away. You know what I'm saying? You take actions, bro. It's always gonna be in the back of somebody's mind. But this motherfucker, man, you gonna diss me? Man. And I done just a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. I'm really. It's really, like I said, it's kind of my lane. But I found a new way to approach it now. You know what I'm saying? There's a way that you can diss without disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? I have a song that I just did. Black Anime Dude is.
Not sure, big dog.
He works with a couple artists I really fuck with, man. But anyway, he came at my boy Rel out of nowhere on some crazy shit, man. I just did a little couple bars for my boy Rel, man. I'll send it to you later, man. These are one of them tracks that's like, I went all the way, like, you know how the old school bars, fast rapping go. You know, I approached it like how he would approach how he raps, because I was trying to let him know, like, bro, what you're doing is not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Chopping is not nothing new. Chopping's been around forever, bro. This is nothing different. The same flow, the same style. MGK, Eminem, Tech Nine, Ritz. I mean, there's 100,000 of them, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're rapping about goofy shit, you're rapping about whatever, and I understand that, but that's your lane. But he's trying to come with my boy Rel, because my boy Rel, he's got bars for days, but he's melodic. You know what I'm saying? All his shit is melodic. Like you hear that song Coca-Cola I just came out with? It
Nah,
just
big
went
dog.
trending, man. It's trending right now. Coca-Cola. I'm Sosa and he's Scarface, and Pancho is Omar Suarez when we throw him out the helicopter. But anyway, yeah, man. My bad rambling, bro. Get me started on something like that, man. That's a deep conversation there.
Yeah, you're all good, big dog. You're all good, man. So man, let's switch the vibe, big dog. All right, big dog. Let's talk about Drop Top, man. I seen that you posted up on IG that you had a music video for this song that you released on Bandland.
Did you see the video?
Can you elaborate on that?
You like it?
Yeah, man, it's dope, big dog. It was who shot it? Did
Yeah,
you shoot
man.
it?
All on an iPhone.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
big dog.
I
That's dope,
appreciate
man.
it, man. I put a lot of work into that. Like it took me like 4 hours to do that, man. I just did another one too, man. I just did another one that you gotta check out, man. It's whew, boy, that is bad, bro. This one's the best one I've done yet, man. It's like it's that song I did. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I don't know if you heard it, but anyway, you can check it out later, man. It's crazy, bro. I got the effects like, man. I got them doing crazy shit.
Oh yeah, big dog. Oh yeah. So man, let the audience know how your music is going to evolve from here, big dog.
Well, on this next album, I'm thinking about doing like an around like the nation type vibe, man. Like I told you I was getting really into the Houston beats or whatever. I'm thinking next. I've been also doing the West Coast G Funk. I'm gonna mix that in there too, and then I want to do like some down south old school ATL beats, like the snap your fingers type shit. You know what I mean? Then I want to go to the New York type shit, and then I want to do like maybe some Jay-Z Nas type vibes. You know what I mean? Like I really, this is kind of the idea I wanted to do with the team, but I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. But I know me myself, I'm gonna make it happen one way or the other, and I want to do some Philly type shit, maybe some Meek Mills type shit, and then I want to, pretty much, how every state has their own little vibe. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
trying to do something like that, where, cause I just want to show my what's it called?
You want to show people you're unorthodox?
Yeah, or like just like a wide variety. Like you know what I mean? Like I can switch up. I can do any style, any flow, any beat. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that's ever gonna hold me back. You know what I mean? It's really just something I want to showcase a little bit, man.
No, no. All right, big dog. You got any special shout outs you want to give? And then after you give your shout outs, man, plug in all your social media outlets, plug in your music, how people can get a hold of it and how they can stream
Yeah,
it, big
yeah,
dog.
yeah. Let me do something real quick before I do that. Real quick, let me pull this up. You still there, right? All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna shout out. First off, I want to shout out you, man. Cause for real, I love what you do, man. I've been wanting to get on this podcast for a minute. I'm not gonna front on you, man. I done talked to everybody we know mutually about it. At one point,
Yeah,
I'm trying to pass the word on. I talked first. I talked to Ren. I talked to Ren. I talked to Renaissance. I talked to Stellar about it. Stellar's like the first one that really actually gave me any feedback about what you had going on. But then I talked to King and somebody else, and they told me that she was doing Loud Pack Mob thing first, trying to get through it.
yeah.
Now I understand completely. So shout you out for it, man. Doing what you're doing, being real, keeping it music, strictly for the music. I want to shout out everybody that I'm currently working with. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people. I've kind of widened my horizons here lately. But I got a new song with Rachi getting ready to drop. I got a new song with Jigga getting ready to drop. Frostbite and me are working on a couple of other new things. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out, you know what I mean, like everybody on BandLab is messing with me, man. It really takes the time to listen. I really shout out everybody that's going to listen to this too, because I mean, especially if you stay through the whole rambling, bro, that means you really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You really trying to know about the runner. You know what I mean? But also, I want to shout out. I just, you know what I mean, all love, all, you know what I mean, all G fam. You know what I mean? Fucking. And then my social media plugins, man. My Facebook at DaRunna the Goat. That's Facebook's one of my favorite ones, man, because it's really it's easier to share shit on Facebook, and you know what I mean, I don't have to worry about cutting it up. Instagram is at DaRunna JR. You can follow me on there, and I'm getting ready to work on my Instagram image, I guess you could say. So y'all can expect that. BandLab is like my main platform for. I spend more time on BandLab. I don't even be on BandLab like that, but I spend more time on BandLab than any other platform. When it comes to my music platforms, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all these things, you can just Google DaRunna and it'll link you into every one of them. SoundCloud, I don't really be on SoundCloud very much. I got some old stuff on there that people enjoy though. Man. Oh, Spinrilla too. I don't know why I always have to mention that one, but I had to mention Spinrilla, man, because yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all of them.
All right, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. It's an honor to have you, man. We wish you nothing but success from here on out, big dog.